Hey everyone, and welcome back. You know me, I'm VKL, and I love helping people build strong, balanced relationships with their dogs. Now, I get a lot of questions from concerned owners asking, how can I tell if my dog really likes me? We all want that unconditional love from our furry friends, but instead of focusing on what your dog might not be feeling, let's turn the tables and look for the signs that might indicate some underlying issues. Remember, dogs are amazing communicators, but they rely on body language instead of words. So, today, we're diving deep into the world of canine behavior and exploring 7 signs your dog might be trying to tell you something's wrong. Don't worry, we'll also discuss what you can do to strengthen that precious bond you share. Let's get started. Okay, let's talk about eye contact. We all know a dog's eyes can melt your heart, right? But did you know eye contact is a powerful communication tool in the canine world? When a dog looks at you directly, they're engaging with you, trying to read your emotions and understand your intentions. It's a sign of trust and connection. Now, here's the thing. If your dog actively avoids making eye contact with you, especially when you try to catch their gaze, it could signal discomfort or even fear. They might be feeling anxious, stressed, or threatened by something in their environment, and you might be inadvertently contributing to that stress. Think of it like this. Imagine being in a room with someone who makes you feel uneasy. You probably wouldn't want to make direct eye contact with them, would you? It's the same for our dogs. However, before you jump to conclusions, remember that some dogs are naturally more independent and less inclined to make prolonged eye contact. Breeds with a history of being independent working dogs, for example, might not feel the need to constantly check in with their humans. The key here is to observe your dog's overall body language. Is the avoidance of eye contact a new behavior? Is it accompanied by other signs of stress like tucked tails, yawning, lip licking, or flattened ears? If you notice a pattern of avoidance, it's time to take a step back and assess the situation. What could be causing your dog to feel uncomfortable or stressed in your presence? All right, imagine this. You walk into a room, excited to greet your dog, and what do? They turn their back on you. Not exactly the warm welcome you were hoping for, right? Just like avoiding eye contact, turning away is another way dogs create distance when they're feeling uncomfortable or threatened. It's their way of saying, I need some space right now. They might even turn their whole body away from you, presenting their rear end as a way of de-escalating a situation. Again, context is key. A dog turning away during playtime might just be initiating a game of chase. However, if your dog consistently turns away from you when you try to pet them, hug them, or engage in any kind of interaction, it's a clear sign they're not comfortable with the situation. Now, it's easy to take this personally, but remember, it's not about you being unlovable. It's about understanding what your dog is communicating. They might be feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or even in pain. Let's say you have a dog who loves to cuddle, but lately they've been turning away whenever you try to snuggle. Instead of forcing the affection, pay attention to their body language. Are they stiffening up? Are their eyes wide and whale-eyed? These are all signs that they're not enjoying the interaction. The best course of action? Give them space. Let them approach you when they're ready for affection. Respecting their boundaries is crucial for building trust and strengthening your bond. Let's face it, no one likes to be on the receiving end of a growl or bark. But here's the thing, growling and barking are forms of vocal communication for dogs. It's their way of saying, hey, I'm feeling uncomfortable, back off, or this is my territory. Now, it's important to understand the difference between a playful bark and a warning bark. Playful barks are often higher pitched and accompanied by loose body language and a wagging tail. Warning barks, on the other hand, are lower, more guttural, and accompanied by stiff body language, a closed mouth, and possibly even snarling. If your dog growls or barks at you, it's crucial to take it seriously. Don't punish them for growling. You'll only be suppressing their communication, which could lead to a bite without warning in the future. Instead, try to understand the context. What triggered the growl or bark? Were you approaching their food bowl? Were you trying to move them from their favorite spot on the couch? Were you playing too rough? Once you identify the trigger, you can start working on changing your dog's emotional response. This might involve positive reinforcement training, counter-conditioning, or even seeking professional help from a certified dog trainer or behaviorist. Remember, addressing the root cause of the behavior is essential for creating a harmonious relationship with your dog. Chapter 4. The Unresponsive Recall. when your dog won't come when called. There's nothing more frustrating than calling your dog only to be met with indifference. It's like they're choosing to ignore you, right? While it might feel personal, a dog who doesn't come when called isn't necessarily being disobedient. There could be several reasons behind this behavior. First and foremost, they might not have a strong recall. If you haven't consistently trained a reliable recall, your dog might not understand that come means come to me right now, no matter what. Building a solid recall takes time, patience, and plenty of positive reinforcement. Second, distractions could be hijacking your dog's attention. Remember, dogs experience the world through their noses and ears. If they're sniffing a particularly interesting scent or chasing a squirrel, your calls might be falling on deaf ears. Third, fear, anxiety, or stress can also play a role. If your dog associates coming to you with something negative, like being told off or put on a leash, they're less likely to come when called. So what can you do? Start by making coming to you the most rewarding experience ever. Use high-value treats, praise, and play to reinforce the behavior. Keep your training sessions short, fun, and positive. And remember, never punish your dog for coming to you, even if they took their sweet time. Chapter 5. No More Cuddles: The Changing Dynamics of Physical Affection. For many of us, cuddling with our dogs is one of life's greatest pleasures. But what happens when your cuddle buddy suddenly starts avoiding your affection? If your dog used to love being petted and hugged but now shies away from your touch, it's essential to pay attention. Just like humans, dogs have different tolerances for touch. Some dogs are naturally more affectionate than others. Breed, personality, and past experiences all play a role in how a dog perceives and responds to physical contact. If your dog is suddenly less receptive to cuddling, it could be a sign that they're in pain, feeling unwell, or simply not in the mood. Forcing affection on a dog who isn't feeling it can be stressful and even lead to defensive behaviors. Instead of forcing the issue, try offering gentle petting under the chin or on the chest, avoiding sensitive areas like the top of the head, ears, paws, and tail. Observe their body language closely. If they lean into your touch, lick their lips, or wag their tail, it's a good sign they're enjoying the interaction. If they stiffen, yawn, avoid eye contact, or try to move away, give them space. Respecting their boundaries is crucial for maintaining a trusting and loving relationship. Chapter 6. The Great Escape: Why Your Dog Might Be Trying to Avoid You. We all know dogs are social animals, hardwired to seek companionship. So when your furry friend is constantly trying to escape your presence, it can be disheartening, to say the least. But before you jump to conclusions, remember that dogs are individuals with their own unique needs and preferences. Just because your dog enjoys spending time alone doesn't necessarily mean they dislike you. They might simply be seeking a quiet space to decompress and recharge. However, if your dog's attempts to escape your presence are accompanied by other signs of stress, anxiety, or fear, it's time to take a closer look at the situation. Ask yourself, have there been any recent changes in your household routine, such as a new baby, a new pet, or a move? Are you inadvertently overwhelming your dog with too much attention or interaction? Could your dog be experiencing separation anxiety? Identifying the root cause of your dog's behavior is crucial for finding an effective solution. If you suspect your dog is trying to escape due to anxiety or fear, it's essential to create a safe, secure, and predictable environment for them. Chapter 7. From Playful to Withdrawn: Recognizing a Change in Your Dog's Demeanor. Dogs might not be able to tell us how they're feeling in words, but their body language speaks volumes. If your once playful and energetic companion has become withdrawn, lethargic, or disinterested in activities they used to enjoy, it's a clear sign something's amiss. Now, a sudden change in demeanor doesn't necessarily mean your dog dislikes you. It could be a sign of an underlying medical condition, so it's crucial to rule out any physical ailments with a visit to your veterinarian. However, if your veterinarian gives your dog a clean bill of health, it's time to consider whether emotional or psychological factors might be at play. Think back to any recent changes in your dog's life. Have there been any stressful events, such as a move, a change in routine, or the introduction of a new pet or family member? Dogs thrive on consistency and predictability. Any disruption to their routine can trigger stress and anxiety, leading to changes in behavior. If you suspect your dog's withdrawn behavior is due to stress, it's essential to create a calm, stable, and predictable environment for them. Outrow strengthening the bond, building a relationship based on trust and understanding. Remember, a strong bond with your dog is built on a foundation of trust, respect, and understanding. It's about learning to communicate effectively and meet their needs, both physical and emotional. If you're concerned about your dog's behavior, don't hesitate to seek professional help from a certified dog trainer or behaviorist. They can help you identify the root cause of the problem and develop a tailored training plan to address it. Remember, every dog is an individual, and what works for one dog might not work for another. With patience, consistency, and a whole lot of love, you can build an unbreakable bond with your furry companion.